Hello everyone, Venris here, and today we are doing something entirely different that almost never happens on this channel. So we will be talking about different game, not Total Warhammer. I want to talk with you about the Avowed, so the RPG from Obsidian Entertainment, people that made Fallout New Vegas, the Outer Worlds and Pillars of Eternity, and this game is an open world RPG in the world of Pillars of Eternity. First, straight up at the beginning of the video, this video is sponsored by Xbox Game Pass, and this is where you can right now play the game if you just have an Xbox Game Pass subscription. So yes, let's start the video, and I will be playing and we're talking about why, spoiler here, I really like this game. So overall, about the Avowed is a very interesting topic. There's a lot of games on Game Pass right now, of course, but why I decided to go and talk about the Avowed? There are several reasons for it. First of all, I really wanted to try this game because I never played Pillars of Eternity games, and I never played them because I'm not a big fan of CRPG games, to the point that even playing Baldur's Gate 3 was, I would not call it a chore, but I had problems with focusing in this game. It's not that, the game is hard for me or something, but the CRPG games are very intense in a way that the world is a lot of things to read. You have characters that you need to manage, more than one. I usually like the games where there is only one character that you need to manage, and overall that's why their CRPG games were never my thing. And I played Baldur's Gate 3 last year. I think it was in November before everything started to go crazy in terms of Total War, my own game, Whispers of the Eyeless, and I finished the first act after around 40 hours, and I was so tired after that time that I just dropped the game. As I said, there's a lot of reasons for it. So, getting back to here, Avowed is a game that is in Pillars of Eternity world, but it's different because it's not CRPG. It's like more like the best comparison will be like a Skyrim. This is a bit like a Skyrim. And the game is on these new lands that are called the Living Lands. The big plot summary is that the Living Lands, so if we look on the map, is like this new land on the in the world of Eora. Eora, I think this is the word name, is that this is a new land. Thing about it is like in conquistadors coming to America. But this land is living, actual living, so everything in here tries to kill you. And all those glowy mushrooms, the veins, the things that you see here, come to life, and they can actually hurt you, like a lot. There's a lot of discourse about the game recently. Many people, which is funny, many YouTubers, big YouTubers say that the game is bad, or even worse, but the Steam reviews are very high right now, very good rating, and also overall people from the magazines, IGN and so on, praise the game. And I have around 12 hours right now in the game. If I go to my load, 16 hours. So in I have 16 hours in this game. I'm in the second region because the game is open world, but it's open world in a sense that you have those regions. Very similar to what Outer Worlds did, but those regions are way bigger than they are in the Outer Worlds. And cool thing about this game is that each of those two regions that I went so far are very lively in a way that they have a lot of own character, own lore, and things like that. And the thing about the lore in this game is that so far, from what I'm learning about the main story and overall world lore, I like it way more than the Baldur's Gate. I know it's heresy. Of course, the Baldur's Gate characters and voice acting, things like that, are superb, and I will praise it to the Oblivion, to the gates of Oblivion. But like whole idea of Pillars of Eternity, what are the Pillars of Eternity? The Aedra, the soul being currency, the gods, how they are involved in this world and so on. is way more interesting for me than the Baldur's Gate game. But I was never fan of Dungeons and Dragons, so yet again, not my cup of tea. But we are now wandering nicely through the roads. Very cool thing with the game is that the enemies do not respawn. So you actually just, when you kill someone in a camp or something, the camp will be empty and no one will come. Let's take my trusty rifle, because I have two different weapons. I will get to the combat in a moment. But going through the world, you have companions here. There is a story of this land trying to kill us, to kill those people that are trying to settle here, and we try to find why this is happening. Oh, we have some enemies here. Let's go. And I missed. Of course I did. And because my weapon is loud. Oh my, I'm too far away. Because there is like a statistic for how far away your enemy is working. I'm a bit too far. Let's take this chest. Some nice crafting materials, because mostly you are getting crafting materials. There are items also. As you can see in combat, there is this nice system when you're aiming with your weapon. If you shot a specific place, then it gets critical hit. Okay, I just changed the weapon and I have Grimoire and the sword. The Grimoire is a very, very cool system in terms of the combat, that you can open a Grimoire and you have different spells. Let me just get more essence, that is mana here. And there are different spells. And spells can be very cool, like, let's say I want to cast a lightning storm. And it will be normally it would be shooting enemies, because there are no enemies here. But you can do on water cool things like that. I just froze on water, you see? So if there are veins, you can burn them and things like that. The combat is very action focused. I would say it's very similar to the games like Skyrim. Like, actually, I have a feeling of Skyrim Oblivion. And the funny thing that I will say right now is that it is what Veilguard wanted to be. Because I'm having very cool high level weapons right now, so those enemies are not hard to kill for me. But you can also order your companions to do stuff. Kai is like he has a Garrus actor voice, by the way, and Jata is like a healer. Kai is more like a pirate guy, and so on. So in terms of the combat, it's very flexible in a way like Skyrim. So you can have different weapons. If I check my weapons right now, I have the sword, the flaming sword, and the book. But I can change it to be a sword and a pistol. See? And my pistol is electrical, so if I shoot, the water surface gets electrified. So overall, I really like the combat in this game. And the fact is, I will say there will be a lot of things that I will compare here to Dragon Age Veilguard. I played Dragon Age Veilguard on, that was EA Pass or something like that. We played it twice because I played all Dragon Age games and I really wanted to play this game. And I would say that the Dragon Age Veilguard is overall a very bad game. And there is a lot of things that I will now compare. First of all, the combat here in Avowed can be simple. There are character skills that are simple, like might, constitution, dexterity. They have the stats increase. But the cool thing is with those stats is that they use the same system that was in the Fallout New Vegas and also Outer Worlds. I don't know if in Pillars, that if you have a specific stat, then it opens a conversation in the dialogues for you. So they not only make you better in combat, but also makes the dialogues different. And I had a few situations, thanks to my resolve, that I didn't need to fight someone, a boss even once. So I would really praise that this is a very cool system. In terms of abilities, by the way, this can be always reset. 1,500 is not a lot. I have like 24,000 right now gold, so that's not a problem. Abilities are different thing. The circle ones are passive ones, the square ones are the active abilities. You just saw I was shooting some projectiles, freezing enemies, I had this charged shot, my sword is flaming, so things like that you can add into your character through the passives and active abilities. The cool thing is about those abilities that they are very utility changeable. So, for example, this one makes that my food restores more health and the duration of the potions is better, because I like to gather a lot of materials to make a lot of potions like an alchemy. But also as a wizard, I'm having some upgrades to the grimoire of the book that you saw, so I have more casting spells. I can learn that I don't need a book to cast a spell, but and it's also cool, but with the book they are even more powerful. So you can be like a hybrid. I have a charge ability also that works like a bit like Fusroda, because you can just knock back enemies off the ledges and so on. It's very cool. The ranger abilities later on, I will be able to summon a bear and so on. So this is a very simple RPG system, but it's also very flexible in a way that you can always reset it, make a hybrid character, change weapons on the fly, and I really like it. Companion trees, very similar to what Mass Effect was doing in the second and the third game. So you don't change their gear, you just change their passive abilities and active abilities, and praise to the gods, those characters, the side characters, companions that are with you, are actually using their abilities on their own. This was my gigantic nitpick in Dragon Age Veilguard, because the characters was never using their abilities. Now, here you have a will, active will, that you can say them, okay, use this ability now, yeah? Or I want to use my abilities. I want to use potions through this will. This is a very cool system, by the way. But they will be using it on their own. Jata, for example, she's a healer. So if I will be low health, she will use her healing ability on me and save my life. Same with Kai, he will be shooting, and so on and so on. So overall, this is like this is animant. This is, by the way, this is not a zombie, this is an animant. In terms of lore, this is a very cool idea. I didn't saw it previously. We have some enemies here. And the combat is very flexible. I like it because I'm changing. I'm having 60 hours in the game and I'm changing my weapons. I'm changing my strategies. I found this magical book recently, so I can cast those cool spells. Let me just go that way. And you see, now everyone will be electrified, and I will do fire aura around me, so my enemies will be ablazed. They will be burning. You can change the perspective of combat to the third person, but I would not recommend it. I think playing in the first person, for me at least, for me, only for me, maybe for you won't be, is better. There's also ability that is, when I'm aiming, I can slow down more. Now it's 25%, you can do it to 75%. So this is also a thing with the combat that I really like. By the way, this is how my godlike is looking, because we are godlike. And with this stuff you can really, with abilities, really change how you're playing, because they are not just stat improvement, they are also giving you cool things like slowing time, as I said, charge, electrify, and so on. So it's very cool, because like playing Dragon Age Veilguard, one of the biggest nitpick for this game for me was that after 5 hours of playing Dragon Age Veilguard, I started to hate the combat, to the point that from high difficulty I changed to the lowest, because I just wanted to be over with the combat in this game. The combat in Veilguard never changed. The abilities that you are using, they are not synergizing with each other. They were just more damage, and nothing interesting was there. By the way, what's there? There was nothing interesting in the combat. Modern Godless Ruins. Would there be something here? I think I was here. Yeah, I was here already. Because I cleaned this region already, I can move to the next one, but I don't want to give you any spoilers for it. So going on, let's move from the combat and let's talk a bit about also the thing that people are complaining that I understand a bit is about the dialogues in this game. There is a lot of exposition in the dialogues in the game, and I totally agree that it could be a bit less of it. I had a feeling that there is too much exposition in the combat, but in the dialogues, I mean, but I understand that they want to sell the world, and the dialogues are not in a way like in Witcher games or even Dragon Age Veilguard, that you see the option that just moves you forward. No, you need to read the conversation and see, okay, this will move me forward in the conversation.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves up in an existing tree.
Not with the way this trunk has grown.
I'm stumped.
Okay. Okay, I can talk with
I've
them.
never seen anything like this.
Neither have I.
I think I found a side quest.
Never seen a tree grow so quickly as to trap someone inside.
Someone just trapped in the tree. Okay, this is a thing that I was talking about at the beginning, that this land is trying to kill everyone. Let's ask
It
what
looks
we are
like
looking
this
at.
tree sprouted and grew so quickly that it trapped this poor soul within itself.
I wish I could say this was the strangest thing I'd seen.
Okay.
You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't
I agree that the side characters, for example, the mimic of their faces is not the best. Oh, I didn't have might. If I had six might, I probably can say something or do something here, but I cannot. Let's ask if Vidar is a captain.
But I doubt Vidaro cares about anything.
Affectiora proper. This is also a cool thing. When we are talking with the characters, you can always open a dialogue and history.
Thank you for the warning.
Companions are talking during the quest also. So yet again, small, nice trivia talk, and I don't know. All of things like that really builds a game for me. There's actually a person here. See, interesting. So it's world building a lot for me. Overall, I would say that the game is not fantastic. Let's face it. Nothing that you see here that I'm talking about is like groundbreaking, amazing. But I don't know. It sings with me, and I'm having a lot of fun. Will you like Avowed? It's hard to tell. I don't know what you like, but on the other side, I'm a person that I got tired playing Baldur's Gate 3. So maybe it's just me. The game is simple. The game is actually a simple RPG game, but maybe this is okay. Elder Brown Beer. Maybe this is the fact. This is what makes that I like this game so much. And so far, I'm having a blast. Let's burn those. You can freeze enemies and then break them. By the way, this is also very cool. So elementals. Oh my god. Oh, my companions just healed me. Because there's also stamina in combat. As you can see, there is a lot of small stuff. Oh, by the way, let's use the charge. This is a charge ability. I don't know how the game is played on controller, but I'm playing on the keyboard and the mouse, and it's very smooth. About the performance, game is having 75 frames for me all the time. I have a very good updated rig recently, so I'm not to judge, but I'm playing with everything besides RTX, so ray tracing. DLSS is free. I didn't have any problems with the frames and so on. So I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it will be good for you, but yet again I had... Oh, by the way, very important thing. After 16 hours, I had no bugs. I found 0 bugs in this game. It didn't crash for me even once, or my CPU didn't started overheating or things like that. Everything was working very, very smooth. Let's check what is in this grove. I like the environments in this game also. It's interesting that everything is very colorful, which is funny because some people... Oh, this is something better. Gambesson, okay. Some people can say that the game is woke, and I heard people saying about wokeness in this game, and especially if you compare it to Dragon Age Veilguard. In Dragon Age Veilguard, you had a lot of LGBTQ things mentioned in the game, the characters, and sorry to say that, but it really felt forceful, like forced into the game. Like, it didn't feel that it was naturally in the story. Here, So far, there was at the beginning of the game, you could change your pronunciation, and that was it. I didn't saw any other. I want to find this thing. Yes, I didn't found anything forced, anything that break the immersion for me in the game. So yet again, only thing that I can but cannot say it's woke because it's colorful, but it has a very big vibes of Annihilation movie. If you didn't saw it, then trust me, it's a very good movie. It's on Netflix with Natalie Portman, and it also have very good vibes of Annihilation in the sense that the nature is taking its course, it's going own path and just taking over the world. What else I can say? Those are my impressions after 16 hours. I really like the game. As I said, it's nothing groundbreaking. There is also a thing that I can say at the end, that game is quite expensive on Steam. I agree with that. I got this game on Game Pass, so I'm happy with what I got. But normally, when I have more time to play games, I usually have a Game Pass with my wife. We share it, and I would gladly play this game on Game Pass. By the way, that's how I played Outer Worlds also. I played it on Game Pass. So, yet again, I'm really liking it. There's a lot of other stuff that I didn't talk about, that you can do your camp. You can upgrade weapons. There's a simple upgrade system, but it's also making that there are branching choices for some upgrades. By the way, what the hell? What the hell happened here? I like it. So yes, those are my initial impression. I know that there is a lot of negativity and very positive stuff about this game in the internet, but I'm glad that I'm having fun. If you will have fun, hard to say. Most important thing is that the game is on Game Pass, and you can get it for... If you have a Game Pass, then you can get it for free. So, and having a lot of fun. If not, this just maybe not the game for you. But I see idea, I see a lot of love in this game that was put in it. And I like things like that. That they help with the puzzles and so on. So, as I said, if you have a Game Pass, this is a highly recommendable game for me. If not, then if you like Pillars of Eternity, then probably yes. I like this game so far. My impressions are very good. I wonder if my impressions will change after I finish the game. Maybe I will make another video, but until then, check Game Pass, because it's a wonderful deal. I always said that the Game Pass is wonderful deal and nothing changes here. Avowed so far, pretty good game, and I'm waiting to just play more of it. And yes, I was Venris. I hope you will have a wonderful day, and see ya.